What's up, guys? I wrote an article, 5 reasons to lift weights. I'm going to follow this up, and I'll try to follow up most articles with a video version because I know some people would rather hang out and watch the video instead of going through the article and trying to figure out the important information. Hopefully this makes it a little more accessible to you. So, 5 reasons that you should lift if you're not lifting. The first one that I listed was boosting metabolism. Muscle is expensive for your body to hold on to. So even at rest, your muscles, your proteins are constantly repairing, rebuilding. Fat cells don't have that same sort of metabolism boost. So if we can increase the amount of muscle that we have on our body, we can increase the rate of our metabolism even when we're at rest. Even when we're lying in bed, we're going to burn more calories. So we want to add muscle mass to your frame. I'm not talking bodybuilder. I'm talking just increasing muscle mass to a degree. Nothing crazy, just a little bit more is going to increase that metabolism. Okay? So 1, boosting your metabolism is always a good thing. Number 2, building strong bones. Most people are familiar that when you lift, you build strong muscle, right? That kind of makes sense. That's kind of why people think we lift. And it is. It has a lot to do with it. But building strong bones is another great benefit to lifting weights. When we move our bodies, all it is the musculoskeletal system, or the muscular system skeletal system. The muscles pull on the bones, and that's what allows us to do all this moving, right? It's just your muscle literally pulling your skeleton to move your body in space. So when our muscles are working with our skeleton and pulling on our bones, that's going to cause little electrical events at the bone that's going to turn on bone building cells, right? And when we turn on bone building cells, we're going to make stronger, more dense bones. This is especially important in an aging population. So as the risk of osteoporosis increases, or the weakening of bones, we can combat that by properly strength training. Okay, it doesn't have to be anything crazy, and it really shouldn't be too aggressive, especially early on. But if we can cause these bone cells to increase their activity just a little bit more, we can combat osteoporosis to a degree. Okay, so it's a really important benefit of lifting weights. Reducing the risk of injury. Same idea with bones. The science behind it's a little bit different because the blood supply to ligaments is a little bit different than the blood supply to bones and to muscle. But regardless, the main idea is that by stressing joints, so your elbow, your shoulder, your hip joints, your knee, your ankle, by putting stress on those joints, we're going to make the body adapt to that stress, right? One way or another. So basically, when we lift weights, we're going to cause these joints to strengthen, which is going to lower the risk of injury, okay? Another idea is that when you're used to moving with an external load, you're used to balancing, you're used to shifting your weight, feeling your center of gravity shift, that's going to increase your balance, and as we age, better balance significantly reduces risks of falls and risks of injuries in general. Okay, so lifting weights reduces the risk of injury. Mimics ADLs, activities of daily living. You do cardio, you walk, you run, you go up steps, you go up a treadmill. That's all stuff that we do day to day. Yes, absolutely. But all that other stuff, pushing objects, pulling objects, setting stuff up on the shelves, taking stuff off of shelves, the only way we can mimic those things and strengthen our muscles is to actually do something that's like that, right? And we can get better at doing things like that by teaching our nervous system, so our brain, our spinal cord, and all the nerves associated with it, we can teach our nervous system to work with our muscles so that we're used to picking things up. And when we're used to maintaining core strength and maintaining balance while we pick things up, or while we take things off, or when we push things, we're training our nervous system to work efficiently with our muscles to simulate those ADLs, and subsequently, go back to point number 3, reduce the risk of possible injury while doing activities of daily living. Okay? Last thing, reshape and tone. I've worked with many clients over the past 2 or 3 years, and one common goal for almost everybody is they want to reshape and tone their body. Reshaping and toning comes down to 2 things. It comes down to increasing the muscle, right? So you can see tone. Muscle tone is just a muscle, how active it is at rest. and then you want to lower the body fat percentage or lower the fat that's on top of that muscle. Cardio and a great diet, I can't stress that enough, nutrition is really where it comes down to reshaping and toning. Cardio and nutrition are going to do a great job of knocking that fat layer down. Okay? So once the fat layer is knocked down, that gives our bodies the opportunity to see the muscle underneath. So if we can knock that fat level down while simultaneously building that muscle underneath, our ability to reshape and tone is greatly increased. So these are just a few things that you can benefit from by lifting weights. How can you do it? A little call to action type thing here. Start slow. Do something that you're comfortable with. It can be resistance bands. It can be dumbbells. It can be cable machines. Something that you feel pretty confident to walk in and at least start to do something. Okay? Also, start slow in the terms of how many reps you do. A single set of 10 reps for 5 different exercises is something, guys. It takes 10 minutes just to do something, okay? You don't have to walk into the gym and feel intimidated that someone's throwing around more weight than you, right? When you're in the gym, it's you versus you. So you're in there to better yourself. Tunnel vision while you're in there. Make sure that you're not looking around playing the comparison game, because who cares, right? There's some people in there that are more lost than you, and there's some people in there that are maybe a little more comfortable than you, but it doesn't matter. It's about you. It's about you doing something that you need to do for you, okay? So forget that. Get that other stuff out of your head. Get in there. Do some lifting, right? And reap these benefits. If you want some guidelines, reach out for a program. We can hook you up with a program. If you are just looking for some exercises to do, we have over 200 exercise demonstrations on our YouTube channel, right? So go through some of those demonstrations, pull a couple out that you think are interesting and try them. Watch the video demonstrations, listen to the discussions about safety and about how to properly execute these exercises, and try to work this into your routine, right? Any questions, reach out to us. We'd love to help. Like and subscribe to this video. Follow us on Instagram, Blue Collar Fitness. Follow us on Facebook at Blue Collar Fitness. Our website, pavalcobluecollarfitness.com. Check that out. We're going to keep updating. We're going to keep providing some valuable information to you. All right. Thank you guys for listening. Really appreciate that.